All right then, everybody. We're here. It's starting kind of late because I was working late tonight, but I still want to get this done. So we're doing a very short little stream here. Let me just get everything set up. Hold on. Up there I am. Hello. All right, and boop, boop. Boop. Anyway, so last time we got through most of season 2. We have 4 episodes remaining, and we're going to just get through all of those tonight. Should only take a bit over an hour, I'd say. So the first one, as you can see, because it's still on the next time from the previous episode, I tried to give a little hint as to some of the stuff we'll be watching in my announcement tweet, as well as the intro image and music. Undertale Yellow. No, I don't think. Listen, the quality of Ruby, I have a lot to say about, but I don't want this to become the streamer rants about Ruby stream. But yeah, this is Yang versus Tifa. And Tifa's relevant because Final Fantasy VII is happening again. Also, Tifa has boobs. Did you know that? Did you know that Tifa's hot and has boobs? Did you know that? This is still season 2. But yeah, for this episode, Death Battle actually partnered with Rooster Teeth. This was before they became a subsidiary of Rooster Teeth. So they got to use like a bunch of cool like official Ruby stuff and got help from the Ruby team for this.
And where else would you get the training to kill bloodthirsty monsters than from high school?
I can't believe my baby sister's
But this is only volume 1 and 2 of Ruby, so the quality of the animation is
after losing her mother
iffy.
to mysterious circumstances and being trained all her life by her hero legend of an uncle, Yang
like,
Xiaolong was
I think
accepted into Beacon
the
Academy.
only
It's kind of like Hogwarts, except replace moms and books with swords,
requirement that
sniper
Rooster
rifles,
Teeth
and giant transforming
gave
scythes.
was,
Man, this
oh,
place just keeps getting
you need to
better
have
and
a
better.
promotion for
Seriously, I know
volume
you're
3 of Ruby,
A
which was
natural
coming
fighter
up
and
at that
thrill seeker
point.
At heart, Yang fit right in and soon found herself a member of the color-coordinated team, Ruby, led by her younger sister, Ruby.
Because that's not confusing at all.
I'm talking about kicking off the semester with a bang.
I always kick my semesters off with a yang. Eh? Guys? Am I right?
Anyway,
This was my first introduction to Ruby, and what a hell of an introduction. Oh yeah, the story of Undertale, guys, Undertale Yellow fan art. Yeah, I think he's planning on making an Undertale Yellow musical video. It's gonna be nuts.
With just a punch, the Ember Celica fires off a flash of kinetic energy, blasting a foe with an explosion of force and a beautiful sound.
I'm so hungry.
To top it off, these concussive blasts can fly several hundred feet.
But yeah,
He's
Yang's
one of the few people I know
cool.
who can punch a bird out of the sky. That's what you get for creeping on my car.
In addition, like most
Well,
huntresses,
if El
Yang can
Hugany makes
manifest
a
her soul
musical
as an
parody
aura.
of your
Aura
thing,
can be used to block deadly attacks and heal minor wounds, and Yang's is no different.
But my favorite way she uses her aura is when she goes Super Saiyan.
I'm gonna
Many
talk
hunters
over
and
this part a
huntresses
bit
possess a
because
similar, a special
Rooster
power unique
Teeth
to them that makes
likes
the
to
Academy look a
copyright
little more like the
claim
Xavier School for Gifted
their
Youngsters.
songs,
Yang's semblance absorbs damage from hits she
even
takes,
though Yang's
adding
theme
up
is
to her own physical power.
so good.
After taking just 2 attacks from a mech suit, she was strong enough to shatter the whole thing in one go.
Unfortunately, her semblance does not increase her aura's defense, so she feels the full force of everything that hits her aura and can only absorb power so long as she remains conscious.
Luckily, she's pretty tough.
She's beaten
Yang
up-
survived a
she-
punch that easily smashed her through a concrete pillar. You know, the ones designed to hold up entire bridges?
And during a food fight, remember this is high school, Yang was knocked up into the air and did not come back down for about 100 seconds. More than enough time to reach terminal velocity. This means upon landing, she took an impact of nearly 50 tons of force.
Look at her go.
And stood right back up like it was nothing. Ah, what a waste of good food.
I love
Despite
Yang.
this,
At
Yang
least
can only
volume
take
1
so
through
much.
3
Her
Yang.
aura has
And
a
then
limit, as does
plot
her
happened
short
and she
temper.
got
Pushing
very,
both of these too far leaves
she
her
went through a lot.
extremely vulnerable.
Like when this ice cream lady knocked her out because Yang had been fighting monsters all day with no sleep.
It's also worth noting Yang is less adaptable when fighting against foes specializing in kicks.
Still, she's confident she's one of the best in her class and dedicated to graduating Huntress School so she can travel the world fighting everyone just for the thrill of it.
Nailed it.
Old Ruby animation. Beautiful.
Far to the west on the planet Gaia lies a small mountain village called Nibelheim. At first glance, this town appears calm and peaceful, not worth a second look.
Me?
Until a
Gongaga.
sword-wielding goth guy found his alien mother hidden inside. He's celebrated with fireworks.
After losing her parents and watching the madman Sephiroth burn her hometown to ashes, Tifa Lockhart joined Avalanche, a group dedicated to protecting the planet from ecological harm and meteors.
Speaking of meteors, check out the size of the
Boomstick!
What? I was talking about the meteor.
Sure you were.
Anyway, Tifa was thrust into the stereotypical gender role of housekeeper by maintaining the hidden Avalanche home base.
Seth
Seventh
or
Heaven.
Roth.
But it wasn't all bad because
The
it also
two
doubled as a
genders,
bar.
Seth
She
and
doubled as a
Roth.
bouncer.
Now, I've been thrown out of my fair share of bars for totally illegitimate reasons, but not even I would urinate on the Seventh Heaven jukebox with Tifa on guard.
Smart choice, since she is a master of close quarters combat. Tifa is a feint brawler, adept at surprising foes with quick, powerful strikes. And as she traveled with her friend Cloud to save the planet, she learned 7 legendary techniques, the limit breaks.
Accessing her inner gambler, Tifa's limit breaks include rapid fire
Tifa's also just fucking
throwdown,
cool.
and summoning
Like, I don't think
dolphins
anyone
who ever hurt
hates
people.
Tifa.
Well, that's just awesome.
She's just
And if
she's
she
just
manages
cool.
to throw all of them in order, she charges the last of her limit energy into one final titanic punch. The final heaven. Fuck you, squirrel!
Tifa is ready to throw down at a moment's notice, and even wears leather gloves everywhere she goes just in case a fight comes her way.
And if she decides to get really serious, Miss Lockhart busts out her 2 round, beautiful ultimate weapons.
Don't you dare!
The premium heart.
Tifa has boobs.
Oh.
Did you know
Well,
that? Did
the
you know that
premium heart
Tifa has
increases Tifa's
boobs?
striking power
They're
immensely
big
and
and
continues
there's
to do
boob.
so over time as she builds limit energy. However, they lose this increase after Tifa uses her limit breaks and need time to charge back up.
Oh, that sounds like it could be a problem. Oh, if she didn't also have magic.
In Final Fantasy VII, there's a wide variety of magical ability granting gems called materia.
Yeah, this
Any
is
person
still
can wield any
early
materia,
on
and
when
it's
it's
up to the game's actual
yeah.
player to decide who gets what, giving Tifa no standard materia setup. However, thanks to the Dissidia fighting series,
I mean, like,
we
Tifa's
know
hot. Like,
Tifa
we all know
prefers to
this. Like,
carry
this is an
fire and
accepted
ice
fact
materia into battle.
the
These
world.
fire and ice materia let Tifa conjure
But,
and
like,
wield fire.
come on, man.
Ice. Combine that with her freakish superhuman strength, and she's like an unstoppable
Kingdom Hearts,
powerhouse.
Kingdom Hearts,
Well, her
Kingdom
immense power
Hearts.
does come
Oh,
out
air
from
guys,
her
air
strength and
guys.
defense are
Yes.
lacking, making her something of a glass cannon. But to help make up for this, Tifa wears 2 armor pieces. She wears a ribbon on her arm in memory of her late friend Aerith,
Come on, man. Don't bring that up.
which protects her from negative effects like poison and paralysis. She also likely wears the Minerva band to defend from fire and ice.
Glass cannon or not, her strength is ridiculous. She's strong enough to fight an embodiment of Sephiroth and throw giant monsters around like nothing.
And there was the time she helped throw Cloud through the air to reach the flying monster Bahamut Sin. After leaving Tifa's hand, you can see a Mach cone form around Cloud, which means Tifa must have helped throw him with enough force to break the sound barrier.
Oh, Cloud's a lightweight. Come on, how hard can that be?
Well,
Yeet
factoring
that
in the weight
twink.
of Cloud and his giant weapon, he must have been thrown with up to 153 tons of force.
Well, shit, talk about power. You don't want to mess with Tifa's strong, twin, firm
No.
fists. Also, she's got a really nice rack. Did I mention that yet?
Feels like you're flying, doesn't it? All done.
I remember Dissidia.
All right, the combatants are
game's,
set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
And now for the part people care about, the fight. Look at these iPhone ad people.
Hold up. Let me see some ID.
Hello. No need to panic.
True.
People. Just looking for someone. I will take a strawberry sunrise though. No ice. Thanks.
So yeah, they got to use like Yang's actual model
I think you'd better turn yourself
and her
around.
actual voice actress.
So, does this mean no sunrise?
It kind of clashes with the lighting of everything else. Like, she looks sick. Get this girl some warm soup. My apologies, the bitrate must be horrible.
Having fun? I sure am.
Don't mock me.
The mirror shot is so cool.
I'm going to blow you out of the water.
Holy property damage, Batman. God, I never noticed how loud the music was in this one. And I'm gonna talk over it a bit, so I don't get the VOD muted. Even though Ruby music is kind of cool.
You're going down.
Oh, what I have the video quality at? Sorry, hold on.
Don't move.
Okay, it's at 720. Alright, we'll deal with that.
All right.
It does have AMV energy.
Keep up with this.
Some classic, like, pseudo butt rock. It's all about girl power.
Did I just explode?
What, the scallop? And this is something that they don't explain, but Yang doesn't like when you mess up her hair. That's what the strand of hair thing was about.
Like that? Nailed it.
Go watch Ruby. It's
That's another potential wife offer.
yeah.
Tifa was naturally stronger and more experienced than Yang, but Yang's semblance quickly turned all Tifa's power against her.
This
Even the
okay.
nerve of
So
the best of
people
Tifa's
say
armed
that
options to counter Yang's strength and shotgun
Rooster
blast
Teeth
was eventually overturned taken by
made
the
them have
Plus,
Yang
while Tifa
win,
could lift creatures
which
many
I don't
times
think is
heavier than
true.
Cloud using her limit breaks, she never shows this
but
kind of
there
strength anywhere
might
else,
have
implying
been
that
a
this power is exclusive to
little
those limit
push
breaks rather
for
than
it.
something she possesses
Or they might have
naturally.
been
And even though
sort of
Tifa's premium
enticed
heart
to,
increased in
since
power
Rooster
over
Teeth
time,
was
they reset after
directly
her limit
working
breaks,
with
while
them
Yang's power
for the
kept on
episode.
rising.
However, Yang's real trump card was her aura.
Also,
Her semblance
they-
would have been useless
they
if she
have
could not
said
survive Tifa's
that,
attacks.
Um,
Luckily, her
if they
aura
were
is
to
durable
redo
enough
this
to
fight
take a
with
punch
their
that
modern
shattered a concrete pillar
analysis
4 feet
methods,
wide, a feat which requires at
uh,
least 1,400
Tifa would win,
force.
and it would not even
That's
be
the
close.
equivalent of having 360
Just because of
jet
how
lighters
Final
fall on your
Fantasy
face.
scaling
Yang's power just
is.
pulled through in a snap.
The winner is
But
Yang
for
Xiaolong.
this, yeah, it's fine. I have problems
Next
with it,
time
but
on
it's
Death
alright. Oh, right! I
Hello,
forgot
Chad
that
and
they do
Jen and
this
all the
here.
Death Battle fans. Oh, Wiz and Boomstick had a great scheme going on for a while there, having you follow them on Twitter to find out which of your favorite characters they were going to massacre in the next fight. Well, now it's my turn. You see this? It's the hard drive that contains all the Death Battle matchups and outcomes for the next year. And it's mine now. If you ever want to see your precious Death Battle again, well, you know what to do. To prove that I have the content, I will release the next matchup in the season finale of The Industry this Saturday.
So
Name's
this
John.
was a
John
way
Hanks McCullough.
to try and get people to watch one of Screw Attack's other series called The Industry, which is like a sort of like, I don't really know how to describe it, but it was one of their other shows, and they're like, people like don't watch our other stuff. Please watch our other stuff if you want to find out who's on the next Death Battle. It's Mega Man versus Astro Boy, by the way, which is a killer matchup. Also, I should have said this before, but let me know how the volume is
In
of
1942,
the video
author
and me,
Isaac Asimov
and
introduced
how
the
we
3
compare to
laws
each
of
other.
robotics to protect man from their cybernetic creations.
And thank God he didn't include anything against robot-on-robot violence. The world would just be way less fun.
Mega Man, the Blue Bomber.
And Astro Boy, the atomic wonder child. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the year 2000,
It's so cool seeing them finally talk about, like, Mega Man. I mean, they did do Dr. Wily earlier,
Together,
but
they plan to
this is
launch
Mega Man.
mankind into a new age
I love
of
Mega Man.
prosperity.
So they made a bunch of robot masters to do things too dangerous for people, like cutting down trees, bringing down buildings, and being cold.
However, jealous of Dr. Light's increasing notoriety,
And beard growing skills. Damn, look at that thing. Like take a nap in that shit.
Dr. Wily stole all of Light's robots and used them to try to take over the world.
All except 2. Roll, a robo-girl built for housekeeping and sending feminism back to the 60s.
And Rock, Light's loyal lab assistant and surrogate son.
Wiley would regret this mistake about 10 times over, give or take.
After watching
bit more
his
than
human
that,
father
like
fall to ruin over Wily's
20-ish,
betrayal, Rock stepped
probably.
up to take on the burden of saving the world himself. But first, he would have to upgrade into the super fighting robot called Mega Man.
Super fighting robot, Mega Man.
Mega Man's new body is composed of ceratanium, an alloy
Mega
weightier
Man's
and
only
stronger than
4'4".
titanium, of course.
He's a
Think
little
that's
manlet.
cool? Well, his hand can transform into a long-range cannon called the Mega Buster. A weapon so downright awesome, Rock named himself after it. Now, it may look like it just shoots lemons, but one shot can
Mega
blow
Man's
through a
cool.
wall.
I love
And
Mega
if he needs
Man.
more power, Mega Man can charge it up for a devastating blast. Still not enough for you? Alright, well, he can transform his other hand into a second Mega Buster and fire both of them at the same time. Sure, using that much power could overheat and even kill him, but what's life without a little risk and double the firepower?
But Mega Man's bread and butter is his variable weapon system. With it, he can wield any weapon he acquires, including those taken after defeating rogue robot masters.
Considering he's beaten over 100 of them, that's a lot of weaponry. He can fire heat-seeking dive missiles, lock on target with magnet
And this
missiles,
is
and even
the
fire a swarm of
fun
hornets
part with putting
or
Mega
the
Man in
Red
something like
Mines
this,
with
is
the
that
robot hornets.
his
His
weapon
metal blades are
arsenal
buzzsaw
is
bullets made from ceratanium, which can cut
insanely
through almost
large.
anything.
He's
The
so
hard knuckle
much.
fires a fist that can break down walls, And the Mirror Buster returns energy projectiles back to sender.
But when he wants to bust out some real firepower, he has the Crash Bomb, a timed explosive which sticks to walls and enemies faster than the girl who said she loves you on the first date.
And fully charged, his atomic fire has the potential to reach temperatures hotter
True.
than the surface of the
They
sun.
He can stop time with the
Mega Man
time
vs.
stopper,
Astro Boy
but can't
in
use
Washington,
weapons while it's
D.C.
active. And he can even create
That's
black
Mega Man's
holes.
handicap.
Well, sort of. A real black hole is fueled by consuming matter and evaporates only after all matter around it has been swallowed up. However, the black holes that Mega Man fires with his black hole bomb have a definitive lifespan and can be sealed in concrete. It may not be a legitimate black hole, but it does create an extremely powerful and deadly vacuum.
So does Roll. He's also got Rush, who's like the best
Doggy.
dog ever. You never have to feed him, he never shits on your couch, and he turns into a sweet-ass set of armor called the Super Adapter.
Sure, wearing the Super Adapter means Mega Man forfeits all his special weapons, but in exchange, he gets a massive boost in physical strength, the ability to fly, and he can even fire his fists like rockets.
Mega Man has stopped
every
Wily's
good robot
blades
needs a
more than
rocket
20
punch.
times. He's durable enough to survive
Rocket punches
the
are
vacuum of
cool.
space, strong enough to hold up a collapsing castle, and tough enough to jump and shoot like his normal self while on friggin' Jupiter.
The gravity of which would have made him weigh well over 5 tons.
He's also defeated his alternate future self. Twice. How does that even make any sense? Screw you, future! You can't make me wait for me to
True.
get there!
Except his future self
Mega
used
Man
a
is like a
weird
walking
jackhammer
arsenal and
pogo
can carry
stick.
as many weapons as he likes. However, adding too much to his system seems to also affect his behavior, making him more violent and ruthless. So, for his own sake, he'll often discard his special weaponry after a mission's completion.
Oh, what a wuss. Come on, there's nothing wrong with a little bloodlust. The real downside is his special weapons have limited ammo.
Even so, Mega Man is an exceedingly adaptable powerhouse.
Land, air, sea, space. If a crazy German is trying to take over the world, there's only one man to call. The Mega Man.
Hey, Mega Man, you're a little low on the air, and you're full of
That
In
end
the
clip is so
futuristic
good.
year of 2003, tensions were escalating between mankind and the robots they built to serve under them. But one brilliant robotics engineer was dealing with a far more personal problem.
Like most scientists I know, Dr. Tenma paid more attention to his work than his family, especially his 13-year-old son, Tobio. Well, until little Toby decided to take their future car out for a spin and got himself killed. You better believe Pop started paying attention then.
Filled with grief and regret, Tenma became desperate for a second chance at being a father.
But instead of doing it the old-fashioned and fun way, he called up all his robotic engineer nerd friends to build him a new son. They did, and they called him the Mighty Atom. But us Americans were like, F that, let's name him after the dog from the Jetsons, and so...
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy is
assumed the
one of
role
those things that I've
Tenma's
always
great
wanted to
son,
look more
even attending
into,
school and doing
just because it
chores.
seems
Things
cool.
weren't going well until Tenma came to the realization that Astro would never truly replace Tobio. His resentment only grew every time he looked at the young robot's unaging face.
So he came up with a brilliant plan. He sat down with his son, talked about his issues, and worked out all the resentment. No, I'm just kidding. He sold his ass
It's also
to the circus.
surprisingly dark.
Stupid robot, your property.
Astro spent his time performing until he was found and adopted by Dr. Okano Mizu, whose kindness inspired
Yeah.
Astro to stand up for what's
Have
right
you seen
and
the,
defend the world.
it's like a 4-hour
Pretty good at it,
Kimbo the
too.
White Lion
Mostly
video?
Because dad number one was so scared of losing another son that he equipped this one with a shitload of weapons, like a finger laser and transforming arm cannons.
Astro Boy was built with 7 amazing powers. He has jet-powered flight, flashlight eyes, the ability to translate more than 60 languages, instant discernment between good and evil, a hyper-intelligent electronic brain, ears 1,000 times more sensitive than a human's,
And butt guns! No, really, he's got 2 machine guns popping out of his pooper.
The Astro Boy game on Game Boy Advance is actually really good. I'd recommend it.
I got
that may seem unorthodox, Astro Boy's rear end retaliation serves as a handy surprise attack in battle.
Nobody suspects the butt guns. I mean, nobody. Why would they? Astro also possesses 100,000 horsepower strength. He can break concrete without even trying, or tunnel through solid rock with ease.
Let
But
him
his
go.
most fascinating aspect is his skin. Derived from an artificially created superplastic, Astro's body is tough enough to survive everything from the depths of the ocean to a dip in the sun.
Plus, he's a versatile fighter. He's taken on water-stealing aliens, dogs turned into human robots stealing diamonds from the moon, and a robot named Satan that shot lasers out of its nipples. I can't make this up.
He beat Pluto, the most dangerous robot assassin in the world, after being upgraded
I need to watch
1
the
million
Pluto
horsepower.
like
This gave
show
him the
on
strength to
Netflix.
lift a
I've heard
cruise
very
ship out of
good
the
things
water
about it.
And fly through 30 feet of solid iron like it was thin air.
Probably also seriously cut down on his miles per gallon. Speaking of which, how do you refill a robo-child? Of all the ways, why that? Wes, I'm pretty sure we just ended up on a watch list. And I need a shower.
I mean, it wouldn't have been my first choice. I'd chalk it up to Dr. Tenma's eccentricity, design necessity.
Well, you'd think
Butt
that being a
fuel.
half-naked flying death child would be pretty great, minus the whole rectal recharge, but Astro is hardly invincible.
Tough as his super plastic skin may be, Astro does have an innate fear of being melted by extreme heat. And sometimes a strong enough blow can cause his joints to break apart. In addition, Astro sometimes
Yeah,
overexerts
it's a
himself
cool
to the point
game.
of dangerously draining his power supply.
If completely depleted, he's as good as dead. But hey, sometimes it's worth spending the energy to plow a robo-chick so hard it levels an entire city.
No matter what the challenge, Astro Boy will always give it a
Wild. They don't make them like that anymore.
I was made ready.
we don't have manga heroes having just such intense sex that it
All
levels
right,
a
the
city.
commands are set. Let's end this debate once
I
and
mean,
for all.
It's time
I don't
for
know.
a death
Depends on
battle.
what you read, I suppose. They gotta reference the Mega Man 2 intro. That's like iconic. You gotta do it. Astro would never do this. I can't believe it. Yeah, this looks really good, especially for the time. The butt guns. The butt guns. Also, there is no way the metal blades ran out of ammo that fast. That thing has so many uses. They really love that shot of Mega Man walking forward from the Mega Man 7 credits. It's like the one other angle they have of the character, so... I hope Rush is okay after being torn off of Mega Man like that. Oh, no, he's fine. Yeah, that episode's pretty good. Nothing like super like duper like over the top outstanding about it, but I didn't have any real problems with it. I like this one. I like this one. Like even discounting my obvious bias for Mega Man things, this is a good one.
Mega Man defeated Quickman, who is faster than lightning, or over 224,000 miles per
Also,
hour.
they talk about the Rockman Mega Mix manga, which is really good.
Astro Boy was so excited that he took a victory lap around the entire planet in 2 seconds.
Clocking in at just under 45 million miles per hour.
Plus, Astro survived a bomb capable of stopping a solar flare. Heck, he got accidentally blasted by an atomic disintegrator gun and was still completely intact.
Ultimately, the difference in power, speed, and durability is abundantly clear, and with Mega Man's limited ammunition reserves, all the Blue Bomber could do was delay the inevitable.
Mega Man just couldn't keep it together.
Damn.
The winner is
Another
Astro
L
Boy.
for Mega Man.
Next time on Death Battle.
My name is Oliver Queen. After 5 years in hell, I returned home with only one goal: to save my city. I had to become someone else. I had to become something else. I had to become the Green Arrow.
Hey guys, I'm Ben. I play...
Yeah, so it's Green Arrow. They got the DC archery guy, so he's got to fight the Marvel archery guy. It's Green Arrow
What
versus
happens when
Hawkeye.
you give ex-AAA game developers
I don't care about
Tower
this
to
thing.
create a game.
.com.
Commenting.
Dave, let
Yeah, Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. It's one of those like inevitable Marvel versus DC matchups.
Since its
They
creation
start
in
to
the
do a
Stone
lot of
Age,
these
the
as the
bow and
show
arrow
gets
forever
later
revolutionized
on.
hunting and
It's like, oh, here's a
But
Marvel
these two
character,
archers
here's
have
their
honed
DC
their bow
counterpart.
skills to a degree of pure
We're gonna
artistry.
make them fight.
Green Arrow, the Emerald Archer of Star
Even if
City.
it's characters that
And
no
Hawkeye,
one...
purple-clad trick shooter of the
people don't care
Avengers. He's
too
whizzing
much
on
about.
boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
these
and
guys are
skills
cool.
to find out who would win a death battle.
It's nice to see something a bit more
Allow me to tell
lower
you
in
the tale
scale.
of an archer garbed in green who brought justice to the rich and championed the poor. I speak, of course, of the legendary outlaw named Oliver Queen. What, you think I meant Robin Hood? Come on.
Oliver was the son of Robert and Moira Queen, billionaire owners of the weapons and technology development company.
Makes a
Queen
chili so
Industries in
spicy
Star
that it
City.
breaks Green
Oliver was on
Lantern's
track
will.
to inherit the family business and fortune, but it all ended up coming much sooner than anybody expected.
While on safari, which rich people apparently just do all the time, Oliver's parents were murdered by lions. No, I'm not kidding, but hey, Mom got off a wicked headshot before she went out.
The family fortune and business were now in Oliver's hands.
Crazy
However,
ass
desperate
rich
to
white
forget the
people,
horrible trauma
SMH
of
my
his
head.
parents' death by lions, he turned to a lifestyle of booze and debauchery.
Ah, the best way to cope. Well, until one day he partied so hard that he fell off his private yacht. Hate it when that happens. Eventually, he
More
washed
rich
up
white
onto the
people
shore of a
things,
lone
SMH.
island, Tom Hanks style.
Desperate to survive, Oliver knew he must resort to the archery training taught to him by his late father. He assembled a makeshift bow and, over time, gained an uncanny accuracy with the weapon. With each successful kill, Oliver's self-reliance grew, transforming the once irresponsible playboy into a capable survivor.
And just in time. Turns out this island was home to a massive drug smuggling operation. How he didn't find them earlier is beyond me, but whatever.
With nothing but his hunter's instincts and some newly improvised trick arrows, Oliver brought down the dealers, radioed in a rescue, and returned to Star City a new man. With a newfound taste for justice, Oliver vowed he would no longer waste his talents and use them to protect the innocent. To do this, he would have to become someone else, something else. He became the Green Arrow.
And here's the clip from the next time. Look at him go.
True to his namesake, the Green Arrow favors a bow over anything else. And while that may sound like it puts him at a disadvantage, he's developed trick arrows for every situation. And I do mean every situation.
He carries tear gas arrows, grappling hook arrows, flashbang arrows, even arrows filled with acid.
Is that the one for the Grateful Dead concerts?
No, corrosive acid. It burns through things.
He also has boomerang arrows, along with diamond-tipped arrows to pierce just about anything, explosive arrows
I do love
ranging from small
how
blasts
these
to an atomic
episodes
warhead,
highlight
and,
some of the
the Buffy
sillier
Clover
old comic book
Silly
stuff.
As it may appear,
It's
Oliver only
fun.
kills when it's absolutely necessary. So delivering a long-range punch to the face makes some sense. At least more so than many of the other trick arrows in his quiver, like the donut arrow, a weapon designed to feed children.
It's dangerous and delicious.
Green Arrow likes to come to a fight prepared, and his expertise extends beyond
How much
just the
damage does
use
the
of a bow.
donut arrow do?
He has extensive training in assassination and martial arts under some of the best teachers around, including Natas, the man who turned Deathstroke into one of the deadliest mercenaries in the world.
Green Arrow became such a skilled fighter that he was voted into the Justice League, saving the world alongside the likes of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Black Canary, a smoking hot blonde who he took a liking to. Don't mind saving a few more things with her.
Are we dead yet? No. Are we dead yet?
Being a part of the Justice League has pit Green Arrow against foes powerful enough to be called gods, and somehow he not only survives, but he actually helps. He's fast enough to fire 29 arrows in 1 minute. His accuracy is so on point, he is able to shoot water dripping from a faucet at 30 feet away and split a grape balanced on a man's head.
He'll do whatever it takes to get the job done, like shooting a girl's hand to keep her from falling, or torture. There's no way around it. He tortures people, but it's for the greater good, right?
Of course, but even with all his trick arrows, his quiver does have limited space, and he prefers to keep his armor minimal, focusing instead on offense over defense.
But hey, he's not all arrows and killing. Eventually, he and Black Canary got together and started up a flower shop called Sherwood Florist.
Boo.
As an expert on puns, 10 out of 10, Ollie.
Boo.
1 arrow each. I accept your challenge on 3. 1, 2, 3.
A hero can
It helps
come
that
from
archery
anywhere,
itself is
from the streets
archery
of
is
New York,
cool.
the depths of space, or
There's
a
something
tiny rural home in Iowa.
stylish
But
about it.
growing up in the middle of nowhere
And you can do
wasn't
swaggy
easy
stuff
for
like that, where you
13-year-old
like
Clint Barton.
shoot
Turns
someone
out his
else's
dad
arrow
had some
out of
bad
the air.
habits, like being an alcoholic or beating the shit out of his sons, Clint and Barney.
After years of abuse, Clint longed to fight back and defend his family from his violent father.
Obviously, a bit too much to ask of a 13-year-old child. Luckily enough, his dad's car did the job for him, along with a big tree. Remember, kids, drinking and driving is not okay. I mean, do you want this to be you? That's what I thought.
Orphaned by DWI, Clint and Barney had a second chance at a family and were adopted by a new dad, who was just as bad as the first.
Maybe even more. Dad number 2 tried to run him down with his car.
Until they were rescued by circus performers Jacques and Buck, who took them under their wing and into the Carson Carnival of Traveling Wonders.
These guys saw potential in Clint's natural bow and arrow talent and began his archery training. Clint's skill rose rapidly, and he soon took the stage as Hawkeye, the trick shooter.
In only 1 year, Hawkeye became a master of
Hawk
his
guy.
craft. But a rift formed between teacher and student when he discovered Jacques was stealing money from the circus and training his brother Barney to be a thief.
Turns out the two heroes who rescued them were
Damn.
actually supervillains. What's with these kids' luck? Did they like open an umbrella inside
Hate when that
which scared a
happens.
black cat to dart under a ladder which fell and broke a mirror reflecting the sun's rays to burn down a field of four-leaf clovers?
No, that happened to Nick. What?
Anyway, Clint hated the idea of working for a couple
That's
of
a
D-bags
cute
and ran
fourth
away.
wall joke. I
Lucky
like
for
that
him,
one.
all it took to find a new calling in life was to see Iron Man soaring overhead. Another alcoholic father figure, but in the fun way.
Inspired to use his talents to fight criminals just like the Iron Avenger, Clint took up his old stage name, donned his circus costume once more, and crafted a wide assortment of multi-use trick arrows.
Tick, tick, boom.
And that's why he
Hawkeye's putty arrows cover foes in glue. His
that's
acid
why he
arrows
wears
can
the
melt
weird
through
purple
steel.
suit.
He can scale
'Cause it's
buildings with
literally a
suction-tipped
circus
arrows.
costume.
His adamantium arrows are tipped in nearly indestructible metal. Hell, one of his arrows is a 30 megaton bomb.
He also carries PIM particle trick arrows. PIM particles shrink or enlarge objects via shifting matter between dimensions. They take their name from Ant-Man.
Hawkeye uses this dimensional wizardry to shoot an arrow which is literally full of other arrows.
With his quiver loaded full of impossibility, Hawkeye
Gosh,
took to the
I
city
love
to begin his
arrows.
crusade against injustice. But on his first outing, while trying to return some stolen jewels, the police mistook him for a thief. And it really didn't help that he fled the scene with then infamous criminal Black Widow.
Well, he knew better, but if there's one thing Hawkeye does when he's conflicted, it's not ask questions and follow where the old shaft takes you. And no, I'm not talking about a trick arrow. So he helped Black Widow until one of their shenanigans resulted in her apparent death. Believing he was free from the grip of the succubus, he remembered that crime is bad and went to join the Avengers.
Not just the Avengers. Over the years, Hawkeye's lent his bow to other super teams such as the Thunderbolts and the Defenders.
Avengers, Defenders, Thunderbolts. I make any team better.
In the midst of highly advanced armor, rage-fueled monsters, and gods from other dimensions, you'd think a simple archer would be of little use. But Hawkeye's feats prove he is anything but
Jeremy
Hawkeye
Renner.
can shoot 4 incoming arrows out of the sky at once.
What's he
shatter
up
the
to
bow of a
these
distant
days? I know
archer
he
with
got
a
like
single
run over
shot
by a
and
snowplow
string his
and
whole bow
almost
and
lost his
fire an arrow
legs.
in less than a second. Plus,
If
his
only
aim
there
is
was some
so
sort of
good, he'll
app
hit
I could
bullseyes when he's
use
strapped to what I like
to
call
keep up with
Satan's
Jeremy
carousel.
Renner
But he
news.
is more than just an archer. After grueling training under Captain America, Clint temporarily set aside the Hawkeye suit to become the samurai Ronin. The result even impressed Iron Fist, one of the greatest martial
Man, what
artists
a
in the
weeb.
world.
And for a supposedly normal human, he's surprisingly tough. He's shaken off falls from several stories, fought in battles with cracked ribs, and managed to not die from this.
Luckily for Hawkeye, a kid with a Ghostbusters 2 shirt found him and alerted the paramedics. And he made a complete recovery within 6 weeks.
Who you gonna call? The hospital, kid! Quick! Holy shit! That was like 100 bullets! Bleeding everywhere!
A reminder that even a seasoned Avenger isn't always bulletproof. But after this, Hawkeye's buddy Tony Stark upgraded his outfit to include some chainmail. So that's handy.
But it can't cover everything. Plus, Hawkeye
Yeah,
can only carry so many
chainmail.
trick arrows at once, and
Instead
has
of,
to make
like,
every shot count.
Kevlar.
Also, he's kind of hard of hearing, but you would be too if a psychopath hid behind a door and jammed 2 arrows in your ears. But Tony also made him some kick-ass hearing aids. Though if they get damaged, he'd lose about 80% of his hearing.
Still, as an Avenger, Defender, and so much more, Hawkeye has accomplished a lot for a circus performer from Iowa.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense. But I'm going back out there because it's my job. If you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Man, Hawkeye is like the best part of Avengers
All right, the
2.
combatants are set. Let's
That
end
movie
this
is
debate once and for all.
very
But first, I need to conquer all of
okay.
your lands.
What's this an ad for?
Are
I
you
forget.
ready to join
Oh, it's the thing they
Vilwarking,
showed
the
off.
of cities and conquering the land
Oh, it's a
first?
mobile
and work
ad.
together to take down people like Boomstick. Hey, are you ready to stand as your town's leader? Start building your empire and lead your army into epic multiplayer strategy battles today in Clash of Kings: Last Empire.
The days before Raid Shadow Legends.
On the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Download it right now and get to conquer.
Man.
But first,
It's a different era.
battle!
The animation with the shadow is real nice. Oh, the sunset lighting. Ooh.
Yes, I can dodge and shoot at the same time.
Not today, sweetheart.
Like I said, it's nice to have something that's a bit lower in scale.
Archer B? This is how it's done.
But they still have enough
Something about this.
crazy stuff to make it interesting.
Very not right.
And the setup forcing them to be like long range is really nice. Yeah.
Lucky shot, punk.
This takes real skill, you know.
Marvel vs. Capcom music is always
At your
welcome.
service.
You should hear the boxing glove arrow when it hits. It makes this kind of sound. I gotta record it and make it my ringtone.
Aw. You remind me of my circus days, clown.
One little arrow, one big boom. I like not getting blown up.
You're not brash if you could back it up.
You look like you're under a lot of stress. I recommend acupuncture, Green Arrow style.
Ha! Eat your heart out, Robin Hood.
And this is another one of the ones where they did this for a few episodes where they didn't have like voice actors. They just used voice lines from various media sources for both characters.
We're talking about a guy who
Who works
catches arrows
really
with
well.
his bare hands, even when he's been blinded.
Both archers wield impressive bows, too. An average bow needs as much as 80 pounds of force to pull. Green Arrows has an impressive draw weight of 125 pounds. However, Hawkeye's is double that at 250 pounds. This is the same bow he can fire at near machine gun speeds, even at a faster rate than Green Arrow, while wearing chainmail.
Oliver may have had an arrow for just about any situation, but he didn't have one for making him faster, stronger, and tougher than Hawkeye. Looks like Green Arrow got shafted.
The winner is Hawkeye.
Next time on Death
And for
Battle.
the next time, Yeah, it's fucking Charizard versus Greymon, or they call it Pokemon versus Digimon,
Before you keep watching, head to
because this was kind of what they wanted to do, was kind of do a just general, like, how would Pokemon and Digimon match up, because it's not like they were gonna do a Pokemon versus Digimon episode later, right? That's a joke, because they totally do one later.
And Ty and his Digimon Agumon.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's also cool because they have the trainers or partners or whatever with Red and Ty, also with the monsters. It's cool.
If you're an old man who's wasted his life doing God knows what, you may realize that you always wanted to catalog every animal in the world. But that would be a lot of work, so you probably would just bribe a kid to do it for you.
So began the story of Red, an 11-year-old boy from Pallet Town. Red's mission was to challenge the gym leaders of the Kanto region, defeat the Elite Four to become champion, and of course, capture all 150 currently known Pokemon. To do this, he needed a partner, a companion, a friend, a Pokemon.
For obvious reasons, he chose the awesome Fire Dragon.
It wasn't really a tough decision. The thing is, my dad gave me the name Red, hoping that when I grew up, it would help me have the passion and energy of a red-hot fire.
While exploring
Thanks,
the
Bryce
world, Red and his
Papenbrook.
Charmander began to grow and learn. Eventually, the little red lizard evolved into the 5'7", 200-pound mighty Charizard.
Red's Charizard is his go-to Pokemon in battle, and he's taught him a variety of powerful moves. His flamethrower is hot enough to melt boulders, making it over 2100 degrees Fahrenheit.
He can throw enemies around with Seismic Toss, beat the shit out of them with Mega Punch and Mega Kick, trap foes in a vortex of flame with Fire Spin, never miss stars with Swift, and bring the heat even higher with the ultra-powerful Fire Blast.
Being a trained Pokemon, there are dozens of other moves Red may have
Project M footage.
including Blast Burn, the most powerful fire attack.
Over the course of their adventure beating up lesser animals, Red and Charizard became more than just trainer and Pokemon. They became friends.
This is based
And in the
mostly
Pokemon world,
on
a strong bond
the,
between trainer and monster
at the
can
time,
make
recently
crazy things
released
happen.
In Red's
Pokemon
case, he unlocked
Origins
the power of Mega Evolution.
animation,
Mega
which is
Charizard
really
X
good.
gets a major boost in attack, defense, and special attack.
But it's also
making him
like-
a far deadlier Pokemon than before.
To add even
That's
more
good.
power, Mega Charizard X gains the Tough Claws ability.
Listen, all I'm
increasing
saying
power
is
of
the
contact moves
manga's
by
better. That's all I'm
33%.
gonna listen.
But fighting with a
You know
Charizard
me.
has its own share of problems. Being a fire and flying type, a Charizard is weak to rock, electric, and water type attacks. And if the flame on the tip of Charizard's tail goes out, he dies. Man, that seems like the worst thing ever. I mean, could you imagine living in constant fear that, oh, I don't know, you'd get caught in the rain and die?
Fortunately, a Charizard's tail flame burns so hot, not even water can douse it so easily. However, Charizard's battle strategy relies entirely on Red's decision and direction. Without his trainer, he would be as random and unfocused as a wild animal.
Luckily, strategy is Red's specialty.
Red is famous for not just his unbreakable faith in his Pokemon, but also his brilliant and sometimes unorthodox strategies.
It is
in
interesting
battle.
because
While still only 11 years old, Red
this
defeated
is
Kanto's 8 gym leaders,
game
took down the criminal
Red,
organization Team Rocket,
who doesn't
and
really
became
have
the
a
regional champion, all in less than a year.
defined
He's good, but he's
character.
also got one hell of a Pokemon on his side.
Yeah.
Charizards are
It's
proud
neat that they have both,
warriors. They
like,
just fighting weaker
yeah, the
opponents
monster
and
and
really
the
enjoy
strategist.
challenge. Many well-trained Charizards have won
Which is
tough
neat.
battles against all odds. Ash Ketchum's Charizard defeated an Articuno, and both his and Red's claimed victory in one-on-one duels with Blastoise's Blastai? The water turtle that's hard to beat.
Which, on paper, should have an enormous advantage. But that's not the limit to the Flame Pokemon's feats. Mega Charizard X has gone toe-to-toe with legendary Pokemon capable of altering the planet, and Red's has even defeated Mewtwo, the most powerful psychic Pokemon known to man.
After becoming the Kanto champion and catching over 150 Pokemon, Red and Charizard wandered the world, always training, always fighting, Until eventually they stopped at Mount Silver in Johto, distancing themselves from the rest of the world for no real reason. Red and Charizard
Part
stood
of me
atop
wants
its
them
peak,
to eventually
waiting
do
for
an
the day a
episode
new champion would
with
rise to challenge them.
to like a Pokemon Adventures character specifically. I think that would be neat. Actually, Red always sends out Pikachu first when you battle him. He doesn't send out Charizard. That couldn't happen.
Or Yagami Taichi in
All
Japan.
parts of me does want that. That's true.
It promised to be a summer of fun and
I don't know.
youthful
I'm
adventures.
just going through the motions of online streamer speak.
Well, yeah, basically. When Tai woke up, he discovered he'd been transported to the digital world, where he met
a bouncing pink blob that can talk.
You don't need to be afraid of me. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
Man, this show is weird.
That's Koromon, a Digimon specifically created to be Tai's partner and friend. And to protect Tai from harm, Koromon learned how to Digivolve, becoming the fire lizard Agumon.
That's more like it. Agumon is a rookie-level Digimon with deadly claws and a fire attack called Pepper Breath.
Together with the other Digidestined, Tai and Agumon traverse the digital world, bringing balance to the chaos and destruction caused by several diabolical monsters.
Including an Elvis Presley impersonator who was also a monkey.
Now, let's get something straight, sonny boy. I'm the monarch of rock and roll. Your jobs will make me happy.
Man, how high were they when they wrote this thing?
As their opponents became more and more powerful, so did the friendship between Tai and Agumon. As their bond grew, so did their power, and Agumon soon learned how to Digivolve even further.
First up is his champion form, Greymon.
Agumon, Digivolve too?
I know very little about Digimon in general, but it does seem very cool.
Mascot thing, Greymon is two terrifying stories tall.
And the theme song's a banger.
Good luck snuggling up with that.
Greymon is so strong.
Data size 30 gigabytes. Holy crap.
Combat, especially with his trademark attack, Nova Blast.
Next up is my favorite, Metal Greymon.
Greymon's got a lot of
This
data.
one's got a robot arm and shoots
Or maybe
missiles.
he's just not
Metal
optimized
Greymon
very
also
well.
wears layers of chrome Digizoid armor, the hardest metal in the digital world. Since the digital world is based on the real world, all real-life metals can exist in it as well, making chrome Digizoid tougher than the likes of tungsten, steel, and titanium.
And finally, there's Agumon's Mega level, War Greymon. Though he's a lot shorter than Metal Greymon for some reason, but it's a small package with a lot of punch.
Quite literally, in fact.
Yeah, see, better
War
optimized,
Greymon
only
wears
20
two clawed
gigabytes.
gauntlets called the Draymond Destroyers, weapons which are extremely deadly against draconic foes. To add to his defense, he carries the Brave Shield on his back, which is capable of blocking attacks from other Mega-level Digimon.
We've come a long way from the annoying pink blob. War Greymon's ultimate attack is the Terra Force, where he puts all the energy from the atmosphere into a big ball of total annihilation. God damn, that is some Dragon Ball Z shit right there.
But don't overestimate a Digimon's power. The Agumon line is weak to Earth Elemental attacks, and too much damage may exhaust him and force him back to a prior form. Also, while Agumon and his ascending forms can fight and think alone, his power comes directly from Tai. Without their connection, Digievolution would be impossible.
Yeah, but Tai started off as kind of a selfish dick. He even tried to trick Greymon into digivolving further, which ended in a skeletal monstrosity rampage.
Well, he never wanted to come off that way, but sometimes Tai was just too courageous for his own good. And for those around him. Even as a child, his courage was unprecedented, promoting his strong relationship with Digimon in the first place.
Oh, look at the little babies from the Digimon movie.
He's coming.
Man, what if? That'd be crazy.
Over time, he learned the humility and responsibility necessary to successfully lead the Digidestined against Apoclymon, basically the physical embodiment of the recycle bin, and save both the digital and real worlds from being deleted forever.
I do like the commitment to making every Digimon's name end in Mon.
UN diplomats to the digital world. Drugs, man.
Yeah, early 2000s rock. Let's go.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, we've got a mission for you.
I don't care. Get to the battle.
Offend you of the games, but right now.
There's nothing better than a campfire and a golden, delicious
Also, that's
marshmallow.
Xander Mobus again, as Agumon. Joker Persona 5.
You killed my marshmallow!
Whoa! You can talk? You must be really rare.
And that's Nate Wants to Battle, as Red.
Okay. Okay, buddy, go for it. Pepper breath.
Yeah. That's the other thing about Digimon. They're not just monsters. Agumon's like a little person.
Agumon! Okay, buddy, let's kick this up a notch.
Agumon! Digivolve 2!
Greymon! Let's try.
Mega Punch!
Great Horns attack!
That's it?
Flamethrower!
Nova Flame!
Got him on the run. Turn up the heat.
Is very cute.
Fire Blast! Keep it up!
This is like one of the ultimate 90s kids fights.
Aim above his head!
Also, no way Charizard hit that many fire blasts in a row.
Rock Smash!
Greymon, he's coming.
Tail Whip!
Get up, Charizard!
Oh no! Now Charizard's defense is lowered.
No!
Huh, I guess that's that.
It's not over yet. I believe in Charizard!
Whoa, he digivolved.
No, this is Mega Evolution! Let's go, Mega Charizard! Dragon Claw! Flare Blitz! Die!
Agumon, no!
Agumon! Warp Digivolve 2!
For Greymon!
What? It evolved again?
Yeah, now you'll real Mega Form can do.
Charizard, take him out quick! Fire Blast! Dragon Claw! Use Swift!
Who puts Swift on Mega Charizard X?
Perfect! Charizard, Blast Burn! Yes, we did it!
Stop hurting my friend!
What? What are you doing? We're not supposed to fight!
Call off your dragon!
My turn!
That's very funny. Except... Oh no.
Look out!
Oh, jeez.
Now it gets sad.
Charizard, you okay?
Force!
It's less funny now. War Greymon takes no prisoners.
That was rough.
That's revenge for the marshmallow.
Charizard may have started off with a mobility and versatility advantage, but the difference
They have said in interviews that they were planning on making the ending even more brutal and sad, but they decided to tone it down just a little bit.
Mega Evolve. But like most Pokemon, their relationship is still one of master and, well...
Slave, come on, you know it's true. I know there's the bond of friendship and whatever, but when Red's through with Charizard, it's back to the tiny spherical prison.
Tai and Agumon, on the other hand, are
All's
best
well that
friends
ends
on
well.
equal
Yeah,
footing.
this
Not
is
much
also
fighting
something
power
that they
comes
get
from
better
right
at
from
with
the
later
top.
episodes,
Yeah, these kids were
is
coached
kind
and
of
digidestined for a reason.
making
Together
sure
they
that
had
the
enough
characters
power
have
to
proper
stop an attack which
characterization
could've wiped out both the
to,
digital and real
like,
worlds. And this is
how
the
they would
power
actually, like,
Pokemon's using to
react
Digivolve.
and what situation would they be
Charizard's
put
flame
in to
coat melt
actually,
borders,
like,
but that's
kill
hardly
somebody.
comparable to Chrome Digizord armor.
Hell, Metal Greymon alone is officially documented as possessing the power of a nuclear warhead. And War Greymon has weapons specifically designed to kill dragons.
Honestly, it all comes down to a huge difference between Pokemon and Digimon itself: the escalation of evolution. Pokemon evolution improves monsters in increments, whereas the gap between Digimon forms is often massive and quite frankly absurd.
In the end, Red and Charizard
So that was their,
couldn't
like,
even hope
sort
for
of
as much as a
justification for
tie.
The
this
winner
being
is
an
the
encapsulation of
Digimon.
Pokemon versus Digimon in general.
Thanks so much for watching.
So yeah, that was that's season 2 done with. I don't know what any of this is about, but let's while we update our tier list, we've got the last 4 here. Yang versus Tifa is okay. I'd say it's probably about there for me, I think. Mega Man vs. Astro Boy is... I enjoy this one. This one's here. It's hard to place these when there's 32 episodes in season 2. And let's put Green Arrow versus Hawkeye probably right below that. And then Charizard versus Greymon, or whatever you want to call it. We'll do right there. Yeah, I think that's good. But yeah, that is our tier list for the moment. And I know we've gone through a lot of episodes and only 2 seasons, but we are more than 25%. We're more than like 30% through the entire series at this point. Because this was episode... I forget what it was. Let's see. The last one was 188. And we were at 133. So that was like 50 55-ish episodes. So yeah, that's like at least 30% of the way through the current series. So next time we're back here, we're gonna start season 3. So that'll be fun. I know that this was a bit of a shorter stream, but I wanted to like get this finished up so we could keep moving on. So thank you for watching, for coming around, sticking by. Next time is season 3. Hoping you're looking forward to that. And I'll see everybody next time. Take care.